big fucking news, man. Oda, you fucking maniac. Like, what is wrong with you, man? How could you do this to us? What's up, y'all? This your boy, the Black Kakashi, and I'm here to talk about the crazy chapter of Goat Piece that just dropped from the Mad Titan himself, Oda. We find out a lot of information in this chapter revolving around the world government and their system of power. I had a feeling that we would find out the aftermath of Reverie either before or after the final act of Wano. So this is, a good thing. Garp escorted Lord Neptune and Princess Shirahoshi back to Fishman Island. They offered him some hospitality and R&R, but he told them that he has no time to rest after everything that happened at Reverie, kind of reminds me of the 5 Kage Summit, where everybody gathers to discuss things and make plans about certain situations. Garp mentions that this year was bad when it comes to blood being spilled, and we all know what he's talking about, with the Revolutionary Army and the Celestial Dragons and other stuff as well. Garp tells them that that after everything was said and done at the meeting, something major had happened to Alabasta. Now this is serious because the princess is crying. Now we don't find out what it is, but it is something very, very serious. Now, I think maybe the government did something to the countries that were affected by the Warlords, but I hope we find out what happened soon. We flash forward a week after Reverie, and our boy Morgans is getting ready to drop all the juicy details that went on at Reverie, getting ready to hype that shit up like he did with Luffy after Whole Cake Island. This is the motherlode of information at this point. He probably hasn't gotten this type of heat since Marineford. This shit is so heat that the government sent a little bribe money to keep certain information out of the papers. And we know Morgans ain't gonna keep it quiet. Then a Cypherpole agent pulls a strap on him saying, "You're gonna do it." Come to find out, they've been watching Morgans for a long time, or since Whole Cake Island. Morgans washed that nigga with ease and they relocate to a new hideout. Now this really shocked me because I didn't think Morgans had the man. Now this agent, he might have been trash, or Morgans is that strong. As they are leaving, King Wapol contacts them and says that he has new leaked information about Reverie. Everyone around the world is reading the papers about what happened. In addition to the story of the incident that the government tried and failed to suppress, news of the big decisions from the kings and everything else that occurred spread like wildfire and the people were shocked. We find out that the news was about Sabo and the Revolutionary Army. Something major happened that has all of the generals thinking that Sabo is dead, or something bad happened. The only one that doesn't believe it is Dragon. Until it's confirmed, nothing is true. They can't get in contact with any of the members that were at Reverie. Wait. Ivankov mentioned that the plan was to blow up the king like a chicken, and Garp said something bad happened to Alabasta. Maybe Sabo accidentally killed the king of Alabasta and went MIA just in case their lines were tapped. Then everyone we know and love, except for Sabo's piece of shit stepbrother, is reacting to Sabo's quote-unquote death. Poor Makino, man, she can't catch a break. First she lost Ace, and now she might lose Sabo too. Give her a break, Oda, come on. But my question is, how the hell does Doflamingo know about what's going on? He's like at the bottom of the prison. Somebody must be giving him info. Then we see Blackbeard talking about the Marines picking up certain pirates and that he should pick them up first. I wonder who he's talking about. Then we go to Kobe, who's talking to someone about the events of Reverie and saying that the Marines don't even have Wano on their priority list and after Reverie, before and after Reverie. Even so, they don't even have the manpower to do it. It's all because Wano isn't a world government allied country, and they are hoping that with Kaido and Big Mom in the same area, they'll wipe each other out and Wano out off the face of the map. Then we find out that Drake is still a Marine.
But wait, there's more.
More importantly, he's the captain of a top secret special forces called SWORD, and Kobe is a member of it as well. Now it all makes sense when Kizaru said his name some type of way back in Sabaody and gave his ass the business. Drake took that kick from 6 different angles for a good cause. He tells Kobe that Big Mom and Kaido have formed an alliance, and that CPO are in Wano as well. It turns out that the government really is thinking about dealing with Wano after all. Maybe Lucy and the others are in Wano. Kobe tells Drake that he's on his way to arrest Boa Hancock.
What?
That's right, you heard it right. He's pulling up on Boa. And it turns out the government is taking Fujitori's plan into action, which is to get rid of the Warlord system once and for all. The people that brought this up were the kings affected by them, which was Alabasta and Dressrosa. As usual, some people agree and some people disagree about it. I mean, after Crocodile and Doflamingo and even Law, how could you blame them? Especially Doflamingo. Like, what he did was so cruel and dark that they had no choice but to do this. Getting him to resign and locked up at Impel Down wouldn't have been enough. We see every warlord being confronted by the Marines. I feel bad for Buggy because he was the innocent one out of all of them. All he probably was gonna do was mind his business and probably look for treasure. With the will of D behind him, he says that he'll fight, but what he really means is that his crew will fight while he skimmers off in the background. Then we see a fleet pulling up on the main man himself, Mihawk, and he says, "I haven't felt this much excitement in so long." It's been a while since he's been chased. Like, how long has this man been a warlord in order for him to say that? Was it before or after he became the world's greatest swordsman? Now, I thought Mihawk was going to be the only one of them ahead of this because before the reverie even started, he mentioned that it was time for him to get the fuck out of Dodge. He had a feeling that the government would probably do something like this. So how did they find him? Maybe he let himself get found so that he could, get a challenge. All I know is that they better have at least an admiral or two on that ship because none of these bums, they ain't gonna do nothing to Mihawk but give him a warm-up. And then Kobe's group pulls up on Boa and she says, they must have forgot who the fuck we are. They must have forgot who they fucking with and they about to find out. So now we are in some serious shit. We got the situation in Wano, we got the Marines versus the Warlords, we got the Revolutionary Army in Sabo. Like, this is a code red chapter right here. Now I'll predict that, 2 or 3 of the Warlords, they're gonna get away. Which would be Mihawk and Boa, or Mihawk and Whitebeard's son. And Boa will be left alone. Because she's like the only one that benefits from it. Because we all know the Amazon's backstory. They were slaves to the Celestial Dragons and they escaped. And we know that if they get captured, they'll go back to being their slaves. Now I think Kobe will find out the story and lie and say that they got away. Mihawk, Mihawk, he's just gonna wash everybody and probably join Shank's crew. Because, out of all of them, he'll be good with or without the status of being a warlord. Buggy's getting caught, we all know that. He's getting caught regardless. Even with the will of D behind him, he's getting caught. And plus, we didn't see how he got captured back in the Impel Down arc, so now we might see it now. Whitebeard's son, he's crazy strong, so he'll probably get away too. Now earlier, Blackbeard was talking about getting to the pirates before the Marines. Now I think he was talking about the Warlords. He's probably gonna try to get them to join his crew, which would be freaking crazy. It would be crazy. I think he's probably gonna pull up on either Whitebeard or Mihawk, and one of them's gonna join. But I think it's gonna be the son. Like, imagine having Blackbeard. Like, imagine him having one of them on his team. Like, that would be insane. And then we gotta talk about this Sabo situation. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't think he's dead. I just hope that he didn't get captured and the government is lying about him dying, so that no one will come looking for him and create a Marine 4 Part 2. Drake still being a Marine is crazy because we all know that we all were told that he was a former Marine turned pirate or Fleet Admiral. No, not Fleet Admiral. Could you imagine if Drake was that would be so stupid. A Fleet Admiral turned pirate. That would be so stupid. What I meant to say was Fleet Admiral. I said it again. Rear Admiral. He was a Rear Admiral turned Marine turned pirate. Now, like that, it's funny because if you Google his name up right now, you can look at Wikipedia and they've already updated the status. And what I want to know is, are we going to focus on this arc and then go back to Wano? Or are we going to go back and forth with it? Like, let me know what y'all think. And, you know, I really appreciate y'all for watching my videos. It means a lot. And if you like what you saw, go know that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the Grand Line.